After 48 hours of running, 35-year-old Yostin Andrés Mosquera was finally caught, ending one of the most shocking manhunts Britain had seen that summer. What started as a missing persons case soon turned into a gruesome double murder, involving a freezer, 2 suitcases, and a bridge that became the scene of horror. This is the true story of Yostin Andrés Mosquera, the man behind the suitcases on the bridge. The victims were Alfonso, 62, and Paul Longworth, 71, a loving couple who lived together in Shepherd's Bush, West London. To their neighbors, they were gentle, private, and kind-hearted. They had built a peaceful life until a younger man entered their home. That man was Yostin Andrés Mosquera, a Colombian national and an adult performer who had known Albert through social circles. What began as a friendly connection turned into something much darker when Mosquera moved into their flat in July 2024. Then on July 8th, everything changed. Evidence later presented in court revealed that Mosquera brutally attacked the couple in their own home. Paul Longworth was fatally struck with a hammer, and Alfonso was stabbed multiple times. Prosecutors described the attack as cold, deliberate, and shocking in its cruelty. What made this case even more disturbing was that Mosquera recorded part of the attack. Those clips, too distressing to ever be shown publicly, became critical evidence during his trial. In the hours that followed, Mosquera dismembered the victims' bodies. He placed some parts inside a freezer in the Shepherd's Bush flat and packed the rest into 2 large suitcases. Digital evidence later showed that Mosquera had searched online for both freezers and property values just days earlier. 2 days later, on July 10th, 2024, Bristol residents crossing the Clifton suspension bridge spotted a man struggling with 2 heavy suitcases. Witnesses said they noticed a dark liquid leaking from one of them. Before anyone could react, the man abandoned the bags and fled. When police opened the luggage, they made a horrific discovery: human remains. Within hours, DNA confirmed the victims were Albert and Paul, missing from London. The discovery sparked a nationwide manhunt. Detectives from the Metropolitan Police and Avon and Somerset Police worked around the clock to trace the suspect seen near the bridge. CCTV and mobile data led them to Bristol Temple Mead Station, where Mosquera was captured on July 13, 2024, after 48 hours of running and hiding. Inside his belongings, police found receipts for cleaning products, gloves, and the very freezer where parts of the victims were found. Forensic teams found evidence of Google searches related to methods of killing, how to cause fatal head injuries, how to dispose of a body. He had also tried to access the couple's bank accounts and looked up their property values. Prosecutors argued that greed, control, and obsession drove the murders. Every move he made online painted a clearer picture of premeditation and deception. During his trial at Woolwich Crown Court, Mosquera initially admitted to manslaughter, claiming he lost control. But the jury rejected his story. They saw through his lies, the planning, the searches, and the attempt to dispose of evidence. On July 21, 2025, he was found guilty of both murders. The court also heard about other disturbing findings, including the discovery of thousands of indecent images of children on his devices. On October 24, 2025, Justice Benethan sentenced Yostin Andrés Mosquera to life imprisonment with a minimum term of 42 years.
The sentence for both offences of murder is life imprisonment with a minimum term before deductions of 42 years.
The judge called the crimes premeditated, wicked, and beyond human comprehension. Even the police described it as one of the most harrowing investigations they had ever handled. The murder of Albert and Paul reminds us that sometimes the people we trust most can hide the darkest intentions. May their story remind us all to stay watchful and value every life lost to senseless cruelty. If you love stories like this, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and turn on your notification so you never miss the next one.